Hey everyone, it's me here at Kimmel, back here with another video. It's been a long time since I've made a video here. I have not been making videos because I've been really busy trying to get things done. It takes time to make videos. Even, the videos that I make, which for the most part are kind of spur of the moment. And that's the case with this one. So here in the bathroom here on my addition that I started years ago, and I'm getting it done. I've got the tile on the wall, and I want to caulk all the joints, all the seams. And I want to tell you how to get a remarkably nice bead of caulk. I just did this right here with caulk, and it turned out so well because I used this Kramer silicone profiling kit. I am going to put a link in the description below to the video I watched where the guy explained how to use this kit. It's relatively long, whereas this video won't be long, but it's worth watching. The kit has these plastic things like that right there. That's one. This is the one I'm using, and it has a corner right there, and every corner of this piece has a different size for a different size bead. What he said to do was find your largest gap and then make your bead according to that. It'll be just a touch wider. So I've got 7. That's what I need, 7 for there, 7 millimeters, I believe. There are other sizes and details, profiles, we should say. Now this corner doesn't have a gap that is as big as I had over here, okay? But I'm still gonna use the same size bead because I want it to match. Okay, so before I start caulking and making this happen, I wanna just tell you again, it's the original Kramer profiling kit that I have here. This is what the guy in the video recommended. There are other profiling kits very similar to this, but he recommended the Kramer. I did some reading of the reviews, and I think the Kramer is worth paying a little bit money for. It's certainly working well for me. Here is my silicone caulk, and I have cut it off straight across, okay, to match that 7, or pretty close. That's that, and then I have isopropyl rubbing alcohol, which I have always used when caulking in situations like this, to wipe down the area, and it dries really quick and it kills off any little airborne organisms that would perhaps start to grow and come up through the caulk in time. That does happen. And then I have a few paper towels which are absolutely necessary, as you will see. Okay, so I'm just going to close up here and show you what I will be caulking, which is this juncture where the wall and the back wall and the side wall come together, okay? And we're gonna make that real pretty. First things first, we're gonna get the paper towel soaked with the alcohol, and I'm just going to rub it right in there. I cleaned the grout and haze and everything off of this area prior to this. There we go. We'll give that a couple seconds to dry. Alrighty, I kind of want to be right where the camera is to do this, so I'm at an awkward angle. It's still gonna work for me. And what I'm going to do is start here and caulk straight into it. I'm putting an excess on. Now, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that. It's my never-ending challenge, is getting a good camera view. Okay, now you don't go all the way. That's one of the things. And you can see it's kind of not looking so good there. Oh, that's okay though. It's gonna look great. I'll take my number 7, get it right here, 5, 10, 7. Right there. I come down here and I come up in a steady, and you know what? I don't have enough there. Maybe I didn't cut that end as much as I should. So I'm gonna come back. This is real life here. I'm gonna put an excess over that. I want to be scraping some up, okay? I don't want to be profiling with a lack of product here, okay? Oh my goodness, yikes, I got enough now. Here we go, we'll get number 7. We're gonna come up just like that, and here's where the paper towel comes in. Am I wasting material? Maybe, but it's all worthwhile to get a good caulk joint. That is absolutely beautiful. Wow, I can't believe I did such a good job. But it's not me, it's these things right here. All right, so I have repositioned the camera and I have cut more off the end here. You see I straight cut it. I cut about a 1/16, maybe a tad more. And I'm going to see if that makes this better. I think you can see a little better from this angle and this close. I'm just going to go two tiles because that's all you can see in the camera. Okay, that's good. We'll get our number 7, and I'm going to go down just a touch, and I'm going to go up. Oh my goodness, it looks so nice. Now you got to realize that this is only the second time I've used this thing. You got a little glitch right there. You know why? This has dried a little since I repositioned the camera, so I'm not getting a nice even transition. If I stayed with this instead of repositioning and all of that, this would look better, that little transition. Well, I better finish this up and then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I got her all done. It did not take long. No soap, no need to rub my finger over it or a credit card or anything like that. I'll show you this bead. There's my little glitch right there. But the rest of the way, so nice. Just about perfect. Original Kramer, made in Germany. This is the first time right here, this joint, that I use these. This is the second time that I use these. Actually, the first one turned out better than the second one because I got that little glitch there, but oh my goodness, these are something. You don't have to be a pro, but you can get a pro result with, better than probably a lot of pros, unless they're using these little things right here. Now, if you have watched my videos over the years, you know that this tub is the 400-pound cast iron tub that I moved myself from the backyard where the truck drivers guys dropped it off, up the stairs, through the house, and into place. It was a kind of a challenge. I'll put a link to that video below if you haven't seen that yet. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.